Good evening, namaskar, ayubowan. I think it's become a word which I'm now related to the whole time since last 11 months. I think it's much more chalaka. Anyway, eminent and distinguished guests, His Excellencies, knowledgeable speakers, President Atoy, Ajit, President Ita Amrit, Vice Chairperson ICPB Amish, VP Ayato Ravi, TIE OB's Management Committee, including region chapters and office bearers, good evening and welcome to the second spectacular evening of the 67th TIE Convention being celebrated by our 573 members, including 50 media. Welcome, media. In association with our main association partner, Slido, and our main sponsors, SLTPB, in your presence, I welcome the partners who have supported us in this journey. Chief Guest, Honorary Speaker Mahinda Yapa Abe Vardena, Honorable Minister of Tourism and Land Haran Fernando, Secretary Ministry of Tourism and Lands HMP Herat, Chairman SLTPB Chalaka Gajabau, TIE's Guest of Honor, Immediate Former Secretary Tourism Government of India Arjun Singh Ji, TIE's Special Guest CCO and Transforming Officer Air India Nipun Agarwal, dear Ambassador Sanat Jayasuriya, he hasn't reached yet, so I'll keep the hello to him for later. So that's lovely. First and foremost, I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude and extend my congratulations to our chief guest, Honorary Speaker and Honorable Minister of Tourism, for inviting us to the land of islands, Sri Lanka. It is indeed a momentous occasion for us and the wider tourism fraternity, not only in our respective countries, but also for the associated partner countries and associations. Upon researching the word, when I talk about associations, I often wonder what does association really mean. And I keep looking up the dictionary to find some new meaning of that word, but every time I only discover one, that it refers to a group of people united for a shared purpose. This perfectly encapsulates the essence of TIE, because that's what we believe in. On behalf of the Travel Agents Association of India, TIE, I'm deeply honored to stand before this esteemed audience and address you all today again. TIE shares a long-standing relationship with Sri Lanka, working closely with our counterparts and hosting numerous delegations and dialogues. Last evening stands witness to an evening that we will cherish for our lives. A beautifully curated evening, and most importantly, the presence and honored with the presence of Honorable President of Sri Lanka, Ranil Wickremesinghe. His presence and his address had an aura of positivity along with his immense knowledge of tourism. We all, and I say that on behalf of all the guests who were there yesterday, felt loved and honored. Before I delve into the importance of making tourism impactful with this interdependent value chain and various streams, let me share some significant facts and report that shows that WTTC says that over the next decade, India's travel and tourism's GDP is expected to grow at the average of 7.8% annually, compared to 6.7% of India's overall economy, to reach almost US $457 billion, representing 7.2% of the total economy. The forecast also reveals the sector is expected to create more than 24 million jobs over the next decade, averaging more than 2.4 million new jobs every year. Why I'm saying this? Because I think Indian numbers is because that will be the reason for the Indian youth with disposable incomes to travel within, and like the Honorable President Wickremesinghe said, how long will they travel only domestically, outside too? And the most neighboring and the most closest country to our hearts has been and will continue to be, because TIE is here, outside too, and that's Sri Lanka. I must thank actually Haran Fernando again, but I'm going to do that in the end. Taking these statistics and opportunities into account, the Travel Agents Association of India, the premier organization with its nearly 3,000 members, 20 region chapters spearheaded by the dynamic office bearers, took a significant step during the challenging times of the COVID-19 pandemic. Under the dynamic leadership of Slido, and that's the reason I didn't say hello to you initially, Nishad, Mahin, and the entire group. You stand out, so that's why I didn't want to say your names initially and say, hello to you. We signed a bilateral agreement with the Sri Lankan Tourism Promotion Board to facilitate smooth, sustainable travel for tourists. This initiative was essential and timely as it aimed to strengthen the bond between our nations and increase tourism numbers. While Sri Lanka has always been a popular destination for Indian travelers, the figure of 120,000 visitors in 2019 was relatively small considering the size of our population. Sri Lanka is now focusing on 200% increase in Indian tourists, which is well deserved due to its growing investments and attractions across the country. Last evening, I spoke about India and Sri Lanka and how we could go forward. And today, as we've all been talking about Sri Lanka, and we all know how enriched it is with culture, cuisine, and people to people connect. But as the Honorable President remarked last night, we need to develop regional tourism, and that's where we actually started our thought process when we were coming to Sri Lanka. It's a significant impact on the economic, social, and environment development of the countries involved. The Bay of Bengal Initiative for Multi-Sectoral Technical and Economic Cooperation, the BIMSTEC, is a regional organization that comprises 7 countries: Bangladesh, Bhutan, India, Myanmar, Nepal, Sri Lanka, and Thailand. These countries share common historical, cultural, and geographical ties, as well as diverse natural and cultural attractions that can appeal to tourists from different backgrounds and preferences. However, inadequate infrastructure, lack of coordination, security issues, environmental degradation, and low awareness. Therefore, I aim to propose some strategies to promote tourism in BIMSTEC countries based on the principles of sustainability, cooperation, and innovation. And Sri Lanka is the first step forward. The first strategy is to develop a common tourism policy and framework for BIMSTEC countries, which would facilitate the harmonization of standards, regulations, visa procedures, marketing campaigns, and quality assurance mechanisms. This would enhance the competitiveness and attractiveness of the region as a single destination, as well as foster mutual trust and understanding among the stakeholders. Moreover, a common tourism policy would enable the identification and prioritization of key tourism products and services that can showcase the unique feature and strengths of each country, while also addressing the common challenges and gaps. The second strategy is to invest in infrastructure development and improvement, which is essential for providing accessibility, connectivity, safety, and comfort for tourists and locals alike. Infrastructure development includes not only physical facilities such as roads, airports, hotels, restaurants, and attractions, but also digital infrastructure such as internet access, online platforms, mobile application, and payment systems. These would enhance the efficiency and convenience of travel and tourism services, as well as enable the dissemination of information and feedback. Furthermore, infrastructure development should be done in a sustainable manner, taking into account the environmental and social impacts of tourism activities. The third strategy is to foster cooperation and collaboration among BIMSTEC countries in various aspects of tourism development and management. Cooperation can take place at different levels: bilateral, multilateral, or regional, sub-regional. For instance, BIMSTEC countries can cooperate in developing cross-border tourism circuits or routes that link different attractions and destinations within the region. They can also cooperate in organizing joint events or festivals that celebrate the cultural diversity and heritage of the region. Additionally, they can cooperate in sharing best practices, experiences, and resources in areas such as capacity building, research innovation, and crisis management. The fourth and the last strategy, which I believe, is to encourage innovation and creativity in tourism products and services that cater to the changing needs and expectations of tourists. Innovation can involve the use of new technologies such as artificial intelligence, virtual reality, or blockchain to create novel and personalized experiences for tourists. It can also involve the development of new tourism concepts or models that can address emerging issues or opportunities in the tourism sector. For example, BIMSTEC countries can explore the potential of community-based tourism, ecotourism, or wellness tourism that can empower the entire tourism industry. As the President of TIE, I firmly believe that we need to establish stronger and more effective policies and reforms that provide clarity and certainty for business and travelers. Tourism is a catalyst that creates demand, drives economic growth, boosts infrastructure development, induces intellectual growth, and elevates global standards. It not only enhances a country's image and brand value, but also stimulates consumption and supports the growth of various industries. We are a resilient industry and we are travelers. Each one of us is a traveler. We cannot be bound by four walls. We need to come out from our homes, experience life, create opportunities, and discover them to re-establish, reinvent, and restructure, like someone just said. I will just take this opportunity to reiterate the 3 C's to stay ahead at all times between all of us, which is cooperation, collaboration, and consideration. And which I always say is to build the 3 S's of tourism, which is safe, secure, and sustainable tourism. I just like to quote William Wordsworth here, whose poem I used to read while I was growing up. Life is divided into 3 terms: that which was, which is, and which will be. So let us learn from the past to profit by the present, and from the present to live better in the future. Once again, I express my deepest gratitude for inviting us, Honorable Minister Harry Fernando. I'm so sorry, but that's the way I feel about you. And like I said yesterday also, you motivate me so much. And it's such a pleasure to have known you in my life. And I think it's life's karma that's brought me here. And I feel the deep connect with you and everyone around. Mahim, you've been a connect, which I don't even know how I can say thank you to. Chalaka, whom I've learned to fight and love, I think during my time. And of course, Nahid and the entire team. I see so many faces that I don't know how I can name all of you. But I think Nalin, my dear friend sitting here from the tourism board, I don't know where Padma is, I don't know where Chandra is, but I think I'm really, really blessed to have people of like you in my life. I feel blessed. Thank you once again for hosting us. Thank you so much. I say thank you from the deepest heart on behalf of all the ones present here. Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Thank you so much.